Alright fellas, here we are back in Pokemon Masters, and today we're going to be looking at our second character, kind of representing the Fire High Score event and all of its stuff. And we got Sygna May here with Blaziken that can Mega Evolve into Mega Blaziken. This character released back during the Hoenn arc about a year and 2 months ago? 3 months, give or take. And they're still really good to this day. Still a very, very strong sync pair, and I was going to EX her, but I was thinking, you know what? I'll showcase her without the EX and just show, that she can be really good even without it, right? Because this sync pair at 1 out of 5 and no EX has been helping me through a lot of different areas where, like, I would need defense debuffs, sync countdown, crit support. This character can provide all of it, and you'll see that in this showcase. So let's go ahead and hop over to the first battle. Alright, here's our first battle is against Grassweed Grimsley, and it's pretty much just a basic fire team setup, where we've got Hilda with her grid expansion as well as Sygna Morty for Sun and, everything that he's able to provide. And this was pretty easy, right? The good thing with May here is that she's able to apply a lot of sync countdown, because I gave her Head Start 1 and she has Head Start 2. No. Actually, she has Head Start 2 and she has her Trainer move to apply sync countdown, meaning that this character is just in the base kit, raw, no lucky skills or anything. A very good character for sync countdown, which is obviously very, very good for opening opportunities, because sync ramping, one of the best strategies in the game for shorter form content, and it just enables you to do a lot of damage very, very quickly, build up sync buffs very, very quickly, and so the stages can be over very, very fast, right? So using May here with her sync ramping abilities, we're able to pretty much turn 2, nuke the enemies into damn near oblivion, and we're able to finish off that side there with the Flare Blitz from Embor, and we're able to use May here for defense debuffing so we can further power up Hilda here. So it's not too bad, and of course she's doing relatively solid damage as well. She's able to buff her crit and Hilda's crit with the Dire Head Plus, apply move gauge acceleration, speed buffs as well for Hilda from her team's Speedy Entry 2, defense debuffs as stated with her Blaze Kick, and overall just solid damage as well. So you get to use that. And we go ahead and go for Blaziken and May's sync move here. And it doesn't really do amazing damage, but of course that's without the EX, and it's 1 out of 5, so you're pretty much reaching bottom of the barrel in terms of how low a damaging sync move you can get out of this character. But still, 7,000 damage, not too bad, right? So yeah, not bad at all, definitely, especially when compared with other fire characters, as well as pairing her with Sunsetters. A lot of these showcases in the future are going to be without Sunsetters, so if you do see some damage there that is looking a little bit lacking, it's because she doesn't have Sun or any optimal partners, and I'm mostly using her for debuffing, sync ramping, etc., right? So this goes to show you that this character can be used in a good variety of ways here, right? Sygna Morty was good for buffing the speed and applying Sun, crit buffs. He topped off the crit buffs, to be specific, right? So he was very, very good at that. And the sync ramping enabled us to get sync moves in with the Sun up pretty much turn 1, which is very, very good as well. We were able to use Morty's Sunny Day turn 1, then get the sync ramping so we could still have Sun up for Hilda's sync move, meaning we didn't really have to worry too much about Sun being up, right? So yeah, that was the first battle against Grimsley. Let's move on to the next one. Alright, here we are versus Iceweek Chantal. We got ourselves Palentine's B, as well as Sygna Silver. This is a very, very good setup, because you're combining May's sync countdown abilities with Sygna Silver's, and it pretty much enables you to get sync moves in super quickly. Literally turn 1 of the battle, we get a sync move in, and it's pretty insane, right? You do need 2 out of 5 Sygna Silver for this setup, because burst in with the critical hit next on entry is very good for getting good damage in with the crushing triple axle, as well as having the +5 accuracy nodes on your buddy triple axle as well as your normal triple axles. Very, 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 very required, I would say. May here, outside of being good with her sync acceleration for this battle, is also very good for debuffing speed with low sweep, so you can get those multipliers in there with Silver, as well as having Team Speedy Entry 2, which is able to activate the multipliers for Silver's inertia, right? As well as, of course, applying Team Speed buffs in case you were to need it, but really the setup's very, very cheap in terms of gauge, so you don't really need it. And of course, also with her Defense Crush 9, she's able to apply defense debuffs, which, not really activating multipliers, but of course, just making you do better damage overall. So, definitely very, very good in that aspect as well. And then pretty much here, we just use our low sweep, get the enemy to -2 defense and speed, use the triple axle, get to -5 speed, and use Silver's nuke. You could, of course, go for an EX speed plus with Silver, more so, not really towards the end, but you could have done it in case you wanted to get better inertia nukes, but honestly, I just felt it better to go for the triple axles and whatnot, just get the extra damage in and KO this thing very, very early on. Well, not early on, but easily, right? We do miss that triple axle, which again, why you need the +5 accuracy, because otherwise you're going to be dealing with a lot of resets because Triple Axel just refuses to land all of its hits. That's honestly, in my opinion, one of the worst moves in the game. I would say it's not good. The trade-off for Buddy Triple Axel, I guess you could say, is worth it with the sync countdown and crit buffs, but just trying to use normal Triple Axel for damage is so inconsistent if you don't have the accuracy nodes or accuracy buffs or anything. It's so bad. It is absolutely so bad. 90% accuracy you would think would not be that bad, but it is. Anyway, yeah, Sygna Suit May was very, very good for helping Silver with his sync acceleration, speed debuffs, defense debuffs, as well as applying speed buffs for him as well. And I guess gauge acceleration and gauge management is also pretty good for the stage, so she was able to provide that. Not bad at all, right? Boosting Silver's nuke to pretty good levels. Even, it would be very, very good if they both had like 3 out of 5, EX, that type of stuff as well. They could both look very, very impressive at that stage as well. Anyway, yeah, let's move on to the next battle. Alright, here we are versus Grassweet Grimsley. We've got ourselves Lodge Blue and Sygna Suit Erica. This setup is very, very good for May because, again, sync acceleration, it's so damn good. This character is just so good for that. But she also gets herself the boost from the Sun from Sygna Suit Erica, so you get yourself some pretty decent off-type damage with the Blaze Kicks. And we're able to use Erica for our main source of damage with the Solar Blades as well as her nuke later on, so you're able to get some good stuff with that. Blue's here able to apply crit buffs for us as well as top off our attack, and of course apply support for Erica over there, so she doesn't really have to use her trainer moves at all, and she can just focus on setting Sun, doing damage to Solar Blade, and whatnot, right? It's not bad, honestly. Not bad, it's pretty good. That is kind of the opposite. So we go ahead and go for May's nukes here. Mostly because we could have gone for Erica's, but I wanted to use May so we could get Defense Destroyer 9 here, which means that every time we land a Blaze Kick or a low sweep, we are able to debuff enemies' defense by 2 instead of by 1. Also, we got very, very lucky with surviving that attack, by the way. So defense down 2 there, very, very nice. Able to use Erica to KO them with the Solar Blade, and then we're going to have to set up Sun again so we can go ahead and go for Erica's nuke. But again, 3,000 damage-ish, roughly, on these Blaze Kicks is pretty good for a side DPS, right? Like, her main goal or main role in this team is not even to go for like damage or anything. Her main role is the sync countdown and plus the defense debuffs. That's pretty much it, and she's able to apply it very well and of course help us do extra damage with Erica, so it works out, right? Works out very, very well. Obviously apply her with any other like Sunsetter and you're going to get very good results. You could apply her with Sygna Suit Acerola to probably the best effect. It's just I don't want to use the same support over and over. You could apply her probably with someone like Blaine for decent work as well. Just any real Sunsetter you're going to be able to do a lot of stuff with, especially depending on what your other partner is. Like if you want to use Ninetales, but then you want to use Adaman, well, you got yourself a very, very strong team there, right? And speaking of Adaman, that will be the next setup, so yeah, that'll be fun. But yeah, overall, again, sync countdown and defense debuffs. May's best role, and then just the extra damage, top it all off. And again, this is just a 1 out of 5 character. 1 out of 5 with no EX, so you don't really get to see too much from this character outside of this, but like 3 out of 5 EX. Can't wait for it, man. Cannot wait for it. I should probably get the dupes. Yeah, do I want dupes? I don't know. Either way. There's the grid for Erica. Let's go ahead and go to the final battle. Alright, here we are versus Poison Weak Marshall. We've got ourselves the triple tech, triple defense debuffing, triple sync countdown abusing team here. This is probably the like magnum opus of teams that do defense debuffing, sync countdown, and are all techs. It's absolutely insane. And it's also really funny to me. Like, look at this. You got all the sync countdown, and then you go for Adam's sync nuke. There is probably a more effective way of doing this, but hey, Adaman has the innate haymaker, so it's fine. I could have definitely built Adaman for his nuking grid, but I built for the tank, just to more so showcase that like you don't really need dupes with Adaman to do this, because obviously he has the EX and whatnot, but mostly focus on that, not so much the fact that I could have gave him like haymaker, solar flare, etc., and made him look extremely stupid in terms of his strength. Mostly just focus on what he can do at 1 out of 5, right? That's pretty much what I would recommend. Almost KO the side there, which is not bad, but I'd rather not have. And then we just make full abuse of the different surging strikes, blaze kicks, and the buddy move from Atman here in order to just do so much defense debuffing, so much damage, really. It's insane, right? And I'm pretty sure we end up going for Adam's sync move to finish off here. Yeah, this is what we do. So the enemies get to -6 defense super quickly, and if you're wondering why the damage is so low, it's because Marshall has hella boosted defense, so keep that in mind. We were going to go for Gloria's max move in order to try and finish off that other side, but it didn't work out because we were able to KO too easily. We go ahead and go for the Blaze Kick here, and at +4 attack and +2 crit, 5,000 damage. I would expect as much when the enemy has -4 defense, right? So, yeah. Obviously, a very, very good team. Gloria is mostly here for defensive debuffing more than she is for actual damage, but her max move is a very, very good source of damage if you need it. Like, boom, click it, you can do a lot of damage really quickly. And especially, of course, if you have, dupes in Adamant, May, or Gloria, whoever you have dupes in, probably better to go for their nuke towards the end because it will just do an absurd amount of damage, right? So yeah, again, tank grid with Adamant, so you don't really have to worry too much about move levels, dupes, or anything like that. I do have the Drought Alert, but I mean, whatever, right? It's not really the biggest thing because we didn't really go for May's nuke or anything, right? So it wasn't a big issue. But anyway, yeah. I think I'm going to conclude it there for the Sygna Suit May and Blaziken Spotlight, Showcase, whatever you want to call it. They're going to be rerunning very, very soon inside of a banner with Sygna Suit Morty. Pretty valuable banner overall, but very, very good characters. And yeah. Sygna Suit May, I think, has aged very, very well relative to her release and is still an amazing character to this day. The sync counting down, speed buffs, defense and speed debuffs, the damage, all of it's just very good, and especially at higher move levels, she can excel at it, right? She can excel. So yeah, let me know what you think about Sygna Suit May and Blaziken down in the comments below, and I will see you all later.